This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Oliver Horn. He is the global CEO of Elixinol Wellness Limited. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: EXL on the ASX and ELLXF on the OTCQB. Oliver, great to see you. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me back, Robert. Hope you're well.
Oh, you know, it's we're recording this on August 18th in the late afternoon at the event, so we're getting after it for sure.
Oh, well done for hanging in there for the whole day. You've done a great job moderating it.
Oh, thank you very much. And by the way, for anybody that may have missed Oliver's presentation at the SNN.Network Summer Virtual Event, I invite you to go on to conference.snn.network to check that out. So, Oliver, to the task at hand right now. You know, we just did an interview, or the last time we published that interview was on April 1st, 2021. So I'd love to get an update. What's been going on at the company since then? Some of the high level stuff.
Look, a great opportunity to update you. We literally just 48 hours ago published our half-yearly results on the ASX. So it's available on our investor pages. Go to elixinolwellness.com, and everybody can see them those. But we can report a really material improvement in our business. Our EBITDA result is 53% improved versus a half year in the first year 2020. So enormous progress. All business units contributing materially. For example, the US business alone has an EBITDA improvement of 59%. So a great reset in terms of how we manage our cash flow, how we manage our costs. We're taking a lot of cost out of the business as well to create a leaner, consumer-focused, high-margin nutraceutical business. And that's really starting to show, in our numbers. And one of the numbers that we're really, really proud of is we moved actually our gross margin on average across the whole group from 37% in the first half 2020 to 52% in the last half. So a dramatic improvement in margins, premiumizing our business really.
So tell me about some of the reasons for some of these numbers that you just put out there. You know, the improvement on margins. I mean, what are some of the reasons for that?
So, firstly, I think we've, as we stated our strategy a year and a half ago, we moved really away from B2B private label bulk products, which are low margin, and which we don't see as a really strong playing ground for the future. There's spare capacity in the market. It's highly competitive. So we exited that, and that drove a margin improvement, even though it cost us revenue. And you can see that in our numbers. Our revenue in the first half is still 39% down. But we lost unprofitable revenue. It's one of the things. So focusing on branded consumer goods, number one. Second one for us is e-commerce. We are, our US business is now tracking at margin of 70%, and basically we're focusing really on the e-commerce channel. We know that millennials are shopping on e-commerce for CBD products, and we're building a world-class e-commerce capability here, and that's bearing fruit. And then also, the other things is we just had to take a lot of cost out. Every business unit had to contribute, and we were a much smaller, much leaner team. But I'm happy to report that we also recruited new talent at all levels to actually up our capability. So we did this massive splits, right? Cost out and capability in, and I think we've done that really well.
Very good. I mean, so you spoke about all these highlights already. I mean, were these in line with some of what your goals and that you're trying to accomplish thus far in 2021?
Yes, look, it was largely strategy and a bit response to COVID. And certainly we already set out as COVID started. We said, our strategy is really e-commerce, not only for premiumizing, but to keep our business running. So it's a bit of both, bit of design, bit of reactivity to the market. We've, as a board, we've reset our board as well. So we have a new chair as a board, Helen Wiesman, an entirely new board, and with that we've driven a transformation agenda. And it was very deliberate that we wanted to get cost out. And we've all been holding hands across all business units. As I said, now on the back of that, which is been really rewarding for us to see, as we reducing our cash utilization in the business dramatically. We also sit on a very healthy cash balance. We have $90 million cash in the bank, virtually no debt. So a very robust balance sheet. And now for us, after we transformed the business, leaner base, better capability, new products, new e-commerce capability, we're really looking forward now to a second half where the economic environment improves. We're coming out of COVID, particularly in the US, and we've got all this goodness in our business that we can now harness.
Very good. Well, Oliver, with that, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of 2021 going into 2022?
Yeah, and look, this is actually the first time that we're sharing a bit of our future. We tend to be we don't give forecasts, first of all, and we usually don't share with the market in advance product initiatives, or growth drivers that we're bringing to markets. But the first time we've chosen to do that. And so you can see it in our investor presentation online, but there's a few. So one of them is that we are launching into new CBD or nutraceutical and wellness categories. So we're launching actually into the pet space, pet wellness. And that's going to happen in the next 6 weeks, I like to say. Then we're also going into the zero THC space. So that's really for consumers, who are on the front line, who are public servants, who are police officers in the services. And if they get tested, they can't have a positive result. So we're going to that THC free space as well. And then we're already working on the next phase of innovation for the first half of next year, where we go into things like more cognitive health, mobility, beauty as well. And we're working on a new absorption technology as well. So a lot of growth catalysts in our portfolio. But the other thing that I want to just mention as well, and that's outside of the Americas, is we have the Hemp Foods Australia business, which is a hemp foods business. And that's been growing 19% in the last quarter alone, because hemp foods and plant-based nutrition is really on market trend. And that business continues to grow, and we are rebranding our brand and our product offering there, and launching new products as well. So a lot of new catalysts, plus economic environment improving, and importantly, the UK, which was for us really depressed, coming out of COVID lockdown. They only had Freedom Day in July, so now the economy is kickstarting. So a number of growth catalysts to look forward to.
Very good. Well, Oliver, with that, where can our audience go find more information on Elixinol?
We'll just go to elixinolwellness.com, click on the investor section. You've got all the information there, and there's also an info@wellness.com. Elixinolwellness.com email. Just email us. We're very responsive. We like to engage and answer any questions.
Oliver, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe. And I look forward to our next update.
Robert, thank you so much for having me, and well done again for a huge couple of days. We really enjoyed being part of the SNN Network presentation. So thank you very much, and have a great evening.
Thank you very much.